Let's quickly have a conversation about the Santander Ultimate Cash Back credit card. Maximum limit $50,000, minimum FICO 550. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee, or tea, or vodka, and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to acquaint you. I want to familiarize you with the $50,000 Santander Ultimate Cash Back credit card. Maximum limit $50,000. FICO 550. Now, at that FICO, if you have a FICO of 550, you better have a relationship with the bank. You need to have a multi-product relationship with the bank. What are the requirements here? They want you to have a DTI of 38% or less. DTI stands for debt to income ratio. So this is basically the amount of cash you allocate to debt servicing versus relative to your income. It has to be gross. So for example, if you make $1,000 every month and you spend $250 rather, you make $1,000 every month and you allocate $250 of that amount to servicing your debt, you have a DTI of 25%. Simple as that, okay? So just divide the debt servicing amount by the total income, but it has to be gross. So it has to be 38% maximum. Your income has to be at least $18,000 per year. So we're speaking here about gross income. So $1,500 per month. Okay. So this is actually something you need to think about. And in some cases, Santander will want to verify your employment by actually getting a copy of your offer letter or your employment letter through your employer. So this is something you need to be aware of. But other than that, this is a great card. This is an unsecured credit card. You have a 3% cash back for the first year on qualified purchases up to $20,000. Thereafter, you earn 1.5% on cash back on qualified purchases with no limits on how much you can earn. This is just great. And the card has no annual or foreign transaction fees. You can use your card at any contactless, chip-enabled, or traditional terminal to activate and make purchases. This is pretty good because if you are a traveler like me and you like to travel a lot and you want to reduce the opportunities for fraud, especially overseas, it's just better to have a contactless, chip-enabled credit card. And the card has no annual fees, no foreign transaction fees, no return payment fee, and no cash advance fee. Let's now talk about the pros and cons here, folks. We are still having a conversation about the Santander Ultimate Cashback MasterCard, folks. Maximum limit $50,000 and minimum limit $500. And if you have a FICO of 550 or more, you can qualify. Let's talk about the pros and cons here. The pros. So here is a great card for people who want to earn unlimited cash back with minimal fees. Okay, if you are in that category like me, this is a card for you. There are no rotating categories or rewards earning limits. There is no annual fee. I've said that before. No balance transfer fees, no foreign transaction fees. Think about it. This is pretty good. Think about how much money you could save with this card. There is no cash advance fee. The rewards do not expire. You can earn unlimited cash back. This is pretty good. And we love the fact that there is no minimum required to redeem. You can redeem rewards for merchandise and gift cards. You can transfer rewards to other Santander cards. Okay. So at the end of the day, if you are a cashback lover like I am, then this is a card that might be really good for you. Obviously, you need to make sure that you establish the relationship with Santander, that you have the multi-product relationship, that you're able to get the card at a great rate. So that's the pros. What about the cons? There is a penalty APR if you carry a balance month to month. And this is not the best card if you want premium travel perks. But again, it depends on what your intention is or what your goals are in terms of traveling, okay? But if you definitely want premium travel perks, this is not the card for you, not at all. And you cannot redeem the rewards for savings. In other words, you can't get the rewards by check or into a bank account. Again, going back to what I said earlier, it depends on your goals, what kind of rewards you're looking for. But if you're looking for pure cash coming out of your if you're looking for pure cash coming out of your rewards, this is not the card for you. And the card also does not have travel rewards, does not have a travel rewards option. So you can see that the drawbacks all relate to traveling. So if you are a big traveler and you're looking for some kind of traveling experience and the card doesn't have that, then I would say go for another card. Let's talk about the rewards. I have obviously this is a great card, but you want to know more about the rewards, folks. We are still having a conversation about the $50,000 Santander Ultimate Cash Back credit card, okay, and the rewards. So the card has easy to understand cashback rewards, because one thing we have seen in our research is that some cashback rewards cards make earning cash back complicated. For example, some cards tier rewards so that you earn a higher cashback rate for some purchases than others, right? Other cards offer a generous amount of cashback but limit how much you can earn. But with Santander, things are pretty simple here. So you have the same cashback rate on all spending. Nothing complicated, easy peasy. Okay, so the Santander Ultimate Cashback MasterCard credit card does neither of those things. With a card, you always earn the same 1.5% unlimited cashback on purchases. If you really think about that. So if you are like me, an everyday spender, you would basically appreciate that, right? For example, let's say you will earn 1.5% cashback on things like grocery store purchases, gas, dining out, entertainment, travel, and shopping. And you have no bonus categories and no limits on rewards, mean you can earn a little cash back or a lot, depending on how you spend. So if you're looking for a one-size-fits-all cashback solution, this card delivers, definitely. And one thing we also love here with the card here is that you can get a cashback bonus when you open a new account. So the Santander Ultimate Cashback credit card does offer a bonus with this card. Okay, this could change at any time though, but right now, as of the date of this show, they do have a bonus if you open a new account with them. Okay, you have a chance to receive a cashback bonus via statement credits, for example. As I've said earlier, they do not deliver the cashback bonus as a check or into a bank account. It has to be a statement credit. One thing you need to understand here is that to qualify for the cashback bonus, you just have to meet a minimum spending requirements for new purchases. Okay, so compared to other rewards cards, the minimum spending limit is not extremely high, at least based on our analysis here. Okay, and with this card, you could reach the limit relatively quickly if you're using the card routinely. This is very important. Let's now talk about fee savings, folks. Folks, I'm still talking to you today about the $50,000 Santander Ultimate Cash Back credit card, okay? Maximum limit $50,000, minimum limit $500. If you have a FICO score as low as 550, you can qualify for this card, not a problem. Now let's talk about saving money on fees with the Santander Ultimate Cashback MasterCard. One thing I want to say here is that Santander aims to keep things as simple as possible. We love the transparency here. We love the fee transparency. Honestly, we have reviewed tens, if not hundreds, of credit cards on this show, and Santander has done a lot to simplify things for some of us who are analyzing the products and services they have. For example, with the Santander Ultimate Cashback MasterCard, you pay no annual fee, no balance transfer fee, no foreign transaction fees, no cash advance fees, no return payment fees. This is just fantastic. Think about it. Balance transfer fees, for example, typically run around 3% of the balance you're transferring, right? Sometimes, I think now they have raised it to 4% or 5%. but let's just keep it simple, 3%. So if you want to transfer, for example, $5,000 to your card, the fee alone will cost you $150. Foreign transaction fees are also usually 2% to 3%. So this fee kicks in when you use your card to make purchases outside the country. That means what? For every $1,000 you spend, you'll have to pay an additional $20 to $30 in fees. And that can add up fairly quickly if you take regular trips abroad, right? And with the Santander Ultimate Cash Back MasterCard, guess what? You don't have to worry about those extra costs. So this is really good. And the card has no cash advance fee. It's really good. So a cash advance fee is something that you're interested in. If a cash advance is something you're interested in, then it's pretty good to go with this card too. What about that? What about you also have a return payment fee? None of that. So how does the APR compare? The APR from Santander. Anytime you are considering a new credit card, one thing you have to consider is the APR, or annual percentage rate, right? This is the annual rate of interest you'll pay if you carry balance on the card. And because it is a credit card that offers rewards, the Santander Ultimate Cashback MasterCard does have a higher regular APR range compared to the cards that don't have rewards. Okay, but again, at the end of the day, you're getting the APR you deserve based on your credit. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are also having a conversation today about the $50,000 Santander Ultimate Cashback Credit Card. And minimum amount, $500, maximum 50 grand. Let's talk about other benefits. In doing research about this card, we have seen that the card is actually packed with benefits, and there are other benefits here. So along with unlimited cashback rewards and minimal fees, Santander Ultimate Cashback MasterCard offers a few other perks. Okay, one of them is the flexible rewards redemption. Again, this is something that you might find valuable if you're interested in that. So basically what will happen here is that your rewards do not expire and you can redeem any amounts at any time. So redemption options include statement credit, gift cards, merchandise, rewards transfers to other Santander Bank credit cards. You can see clearly that the option to deposit money in your account does not exist, so you can't get that. Okay, so depending on the value that you can get from gift cards and merchandise, it will probably be best to redeem your cashback rewards as statement credit or rewards transfers. Okay, with the statement credits, most notably, you are essentially cutting down that balance that you would owe on the card. So this is really good. And other cards benefits that we believe come with this Santander Ultimate Cashback Credit Card is that you can manage the card online or through the app. They have a highly rated mobile banking app. You can manage alerts. This is pretty good also. Select and customize the alerts you want to receive with customizable alerts on account deposits, debits, low balance, available credit, and more. And you can even refine alert settings. And you can choose whether to receive them via text, email, or both. And one thing that we also love is the Santander protection, whatever you call it. Okay. And so you have here the mobile and online banking with Santander Protection that gives you digital controls for cards, alerts, and more. Okay, so this is something that is very innovative, and we love that when it comes to all the Santander credit card. Okay, so it's the protection. So it's a protection. That's the tool that really is kind of cool with Santander. Let's quickly compare and contrast the Santander Ultimate Cashback Credit Card with some other credit cards. How does it stack up against other credit cards here, folks? Now, the Santander Ultimate Cashback MasterCard is just one cashback option, right? If you want to broaden your scope a little bit, here are 3 other cards that you might want to consider in your search. First, you have the Chase Freedom Unlimited. We have actually reviewed this on another show. So Chase Freedom Unlimited card, that card has a lot of pros and a few cons. So with the Chase Freedom Unlimited, you earn 1.5% cash back per dollar spent on all purchases. You earn a bonus cash back on travel purchased through Chase, dining, and drugstore purchases. You have no annual fee. And the cons, you have a relatively high APR for purchases and balance transfers. One thing I want to say here is that overall, Chase is one of the better known names in the cashback rewards card game. They offer plenty of ways to earn cashback. You have 5% on travel purchase through Chase Ultimate Rewards, 3% on dining, 3% on drugstore purchases, and 1.5% on all other purchases. Let's compare this card with the Capital One Quicksilver Cash Rewards cards. So here we have the pros and cons of this card. So you have you can earn, in terms of pros, you can earn 1.5% cash back on all spending with no limits, no annual fee, no foreign transaction fees. And the only con in our view here is that this card requires good to excellent credit. Okay, so the card is kind of cool, but it offers unlimited 1.5% cashback rewards, but you need to have a credit score in the 700 range. But the card doesn't have an annual fee because it is designed for people with average to excellent credit, rather. Okay, this is important. Not average, people with good to excellent credit. And it is a solid choice if you want to earn cash back and build credit at the same time. Let's now talk about eligibility, folks. In this show, I'm still having a conversation with you about a very high limits credit card from Santander Bank. And the card is called Santander Ultimate Cash Back Credit Card, maximum limit $50,000. To be eligible here, you got to be at least 18 or 21 years of age. If you are 18, you need to have either a parent's permission or a verifiable source of income. And you need to have a social security number. If not, they will also take an ITIN. If you have an individual tax identification number, that's fine, not a problem. You need to have a source of verifiable income. In other words, if you are paid, let's say electronically, everything is fine. If not, make sure that you get a letter from your employer that shows that you are indeed employed and you are receiving a regular pay. And you need to have so if you also need to show residence. For example, if you have to show that where you live, you need to provide utility statements. You have to provide your landline statement, for instance. And if you want to add authorized users on the credit card, you need to mention that also. One thing I also need to say here is that if there are balances you like to transfer from other cards, you need to mention that, but please make sure that you think about the APR. You want to think through the APR equation properly. And one thing you also need to do here is you want to provide your gross annual income. I've said before that Santander wants you to have at least $18,000 per year. That's gross income. They're going to check your tax return. If you have filed tax returns in the last 3 years, they're going to check that to make sure that whatever information you're giving them on the application form matches what you have filed with the authorities. Okay, they will want to know more information about your housing situation. Are you a landlord? Are you a tenant? Are you a homeowner? And how much is your mortgage payments, or how much is your rent? So this will help them actually calculate your DTI. At the end of the day, they pay attention to a constellation of factors before approving you. One thing I want to say here is that 550 is the minimum FICO that is required. And if you have 550 or 560 or anything above that, make sure that you have established a relationship with Santander, that you have a checking account, that you have a savings account or a CD, something that shows that at least you have 2 or 3 asset accounts. All right. By doing that, you are increasing your chances of being approved right away. Now let's talk about the application here, folks. In this show, I'm still having a convo with you about a high limit credit card from Santander Bank. And the bank is, the limit on this card is $50,000, minimum $500. So you have to go to Santander Bank personal borrowing credit card. You have this on the screen here, and you have to click apply now. And here you have to enter the state and zip, so your address. And you want to click continue. And here you want to put your first name, last name, citizenship. Before, they just wanted to make sure that wherever you live, they actually cover that space. One thing we have seen in our research is that even if you live, let's say in California, for instance, you can qualify for a credit card from Santander because it's all about establishing the relationship. So if you're out of their geography that they cover primarily, you can still be approved for the credit card if you have a previous relationship with the bank. Moving on, so you have to put your first name, last name, your citizenship status. Next, you put your country of residency. You talk about your email address, your social security number, or your ITIN. Don't forget to also mention your date of birth. This is important for identification purposes. Next, you want to talk about your home address, right? And Santander also wants to have an idea about your income and expenses. Going back to what I was telling you earlier, it's about seeing your DTI. So put your income and expenses, your job, what kind of work do you have? Who is your employer? What are your gross annual wages? And if you have other income, you want to put the source of that other income, right? So do you have a side gig? Do you have stuff? Do you have an online business? Do you have an online store on eBay? Whatever it is, you have dividend income, whatever it is, you want to indicate that there. And you also want to say whether you are a homeowner or a tenant. This is important. What is your monthly rent or a mortgage? You also want to add, you also have to mention if you like an additional car holder, right? This is important. And so once you do this, you have a couple of disclosures. This is purely regulatory, right? You just have to read that. So here, for instance, we have the Electronic Communication and Military Lending Act disclosures. You have to view it if you have time. Nobody reads this, but if you want to read it, be my guest. You'll view and accept. And here you want to click accept. And then you want to review terms and conditions and submit the application. So Santander will review everything and get back to you within 2 to 4 business days. All right, folks, this is it for today's conversation. I was talking to you about the $50,000 Ultimate Cash Back credit card from Santander. And I gave you an overview, the pros and cons, the rewards, the fee savings, the other benefits, the comparison with other cards, the eligibility, and the application. At the end of the day, if you're looking for a no fuss, no fee approach to rewards, a credit card that gives you all this kind of stuff in a simple way, go with Santander. Thank you so much, folks. God bless you. I'll speak to you another time. Thanks.